It could be possibly the most humiliating and embarrassing thing to realize that you were wrong by flirting with him when he wasn't really interested. So I'm going to help you today interpret what he's doing and save you any potential drama. You ready? Let's talk about 12 secret signs he's flirting with you. Hey, as always, this is Cavallo from datingfire.com and datingadviceguru.com. Welcome back to the relationship secrets you need to know. Your first question might be whether or not you can trust your instincts when it comes to noticing when a guy is flirting with you. Here's the deal. You might mistake friendliness for flirting, especially if you're interested in this guy. When you desperately want a man's attention, it's easy to make mistakes like this, and it would be a pretty bad mistake actually if he wasn't as interested in you. So you've got to keep an eye out for guys that like to build up this harem of women. There are guys like this out here. They're just like women, of course, who like to have a group of admirers that just keeps their self-esteem afloat and going. You know what I mean? Now that you know that they're out there, let's get to work on showing you how to tell the difference between a guy that is interested in you versus one that is not. Sign number one, he really wants to impress you. Now this is one that goes back to the playground when you were, in third grade? Both men and women want to make a good impression on the object of their affection. So if he starts bragging or talking himself up, this is him trying to get your attention and make you like him. It's only natural, right? Things don't change that much from when we were kids. We'd like to think they do, but they don't. When you can tell that he's trying to impress you, he must like you on some level. Sign number two is he says it. Every so often a guy will let it slip that he's interested in you. These days it will most likely happen in a text message, which of course will make you want to overinterpret every single text message you get from this guy. Just remember my rule. Until he asks you out, it's all just talk. When push comes to shove, a man has to do the man thing, which means he's got to get off his butt and take action by asking you out. Remember, that's the only positive proof that it was all genuine flirting, okay? Sign number three is he gives you a very warm smile at a distance. When a guy looks at you from across the room or across the street and his face lights up when he looks at you, that's a really good indication that he's interested, especially if there are other women around that he could have smiled at and he chose you. Yeah. Sign number four, he remembers you, as in he remembers everything about you, little details, maybe names of people in your life, your favorite color, the story about your parents' vacation in Hawaii, whatever. If you find yourself pleasantly surprised by how much he remembers about you, that's a pretty good sign he's into you. Guys don't put that kind of effort in, at remembering at least, unless they're interested in a woman. And yes, don't worry, he will probably forget most of it after you guys get together. Enjoy it while it lasts. I hope that didn't sound too cynical. The next sign is he makes plans to come see you. Remember, a guy who likes you wants to be around you. He won't miss that kind of opportunity. If he rearranges his life to be around you or to come see you, that's a pretty good indication that he's interested and wants to date you, especially if he goes out of his way. Remember that you must always be looking at how much effort he puts into your relationship. It's the only accurate measurement of his feelings for you. When he goes through a lot of trouble to meet up with you or do anything for you, that is a good sign of his interest level. The next sign is he makes time for you. Guys are notoriously stingy with their time. Take it from me, I'm a stingy guy with my time. It's probably our most precious resource, especially when it comes to relationships. In a man's life, time equals relationship. If he spends time with you, that means he considers himself having some kind of relationship with you, especially if he rearranges his schedule to make it happen. Hey, are you curious if you're really compatible with a guy? Is he somebody that you're interested in right now? Maybe a guy you think is flirting with you, or is he someone you're already dating? Find out right now if you're really compatible. Go take the quiz right here, datingfire.com/compatible. The next sign is he's always tickling your funny bone. Another way that men show how they're interested in you is when they try to make you laugh. It's almost unavoidable, but every man who is interested in a woman is gonna try to make her smile or laugh. It's a reflex that we go through. We men know that if we can get you laughing, then we can probably make you just a little bit attracted to us. If you notice him turning on his witty and charming personality around you, he's probably trying to win your heart. The next sign is he pulls your pigtails. You might notice that a lot of the signs that I'm talking about here bear a strong resemblance to the things we did when we were kids. Like I said before, this behavior doesn't change very much. Men and women flirt in very predictable ways. When I say that he pulls your pigtails, what I mean is that he will tease you as a way of flirting with you. Now, of course, this is gentle and good-natured teasing, right? If he's mean-spirited or mocking you, he's either poorly socially calibrated or he's just a jerk and you don't want to date him anyways. But if there's a guy that's just trying to provoke a little reaction out of you, that's his way of flirting. Again, men have their own instincts for how to create attraction, and believe it or not, you are likely to be more attracted to a guy who gives you a little bit of a hard time in a joking way than you will be if it's a Mr. Nice Guy routine, because we don't trust that, right? It's just a fact of psychology. The next sign is, speaking of Mr. Nice Guy, yes, when a guy starts acting nice around you, maybe buying you drinks, maybe pouring on the flattery and compliments, maybe going out of his way to do something nice for you, all of these signs are when he's trying to win your favor. A little is a good thing, a little bit of nice guy, but if he overdoes the nice guy, you know what that means, right? He's compensating, and you will also feel a little bit suspicious. Never date a guy who needs you more than he wants you, okay? The next sign is he can't stop talking to you. A guy who likes you will put in a lot of effort to talk with you. He will keep finding ways and excuses to keep conversation flowing. He will dig pretty deep in those conversations to keep it going. So don't forget to watch out for that prolonged eye contact also in the conversation. When you get a lot of staring and gazing, that's usually a good sign of his interest in flirting with you. And the next sign is you're not sure about how he feels about you. This sign is particularly important because it's confusing to you. If you find yourself wondering if he's interested in you, there's probably a good chance he actually is, because your psychology is saying, maybe, and his psychology is saying, wow, I like her. Wait, pull back before you look too obvious. Okay, which makes him look a little bit uneven and inconsistent, right? Back and forth, which makes you say, maybe? Do you see how you get confused over this? The more confused you are, the more interested you become. It's another one of those weird psychology things. So if you find yourself doubting or not being so sure about him, there's a good chance that there's some romance in the air between you. The only way to be sure and make it happen is for you to take charge and move it forward. Most women don't realize how much impact they have in creating and starting a relationship. In fact, without you to move it forward, there's always a good chance it's just not going to happen. But how do you actually do that? How do you do that as a woman? You don't want to take the lead, right? Well, as it happens, there are secrets to being irresistible to men. I've got a little video to show you how you can learn them. Go here, go to datingfire.com/irresistible. datingfire.com/irresistible. There are secrets to creating irresistible desire in any man. These are secrets that have been passed down since the time of Cleopatra, who was the queen of this, and yet almost no women know about these secrets. Go find out now. Go to datingfire.com/irresistible. If you're new here, or even if you're not, do the big three before you run off to my next great video. Number one, like and subscribe to this channel. Get this stuff every week. I see that like 80% of the women who visit and view these videos aren't even subscribed. Do it so you can find out. And number two, click on the notifications button. Click the little bell icon if you're on YouTube or whatever service you're seeing this on, so you can get notified when I release more incredible videos when they come out. And if you're already subscribed, please share. I give away all this great free advice, and all I want to do is make sure it gets to the women who need it. And number three, comment below. Do you agree with these tips? Is there a video that you'd like? Leave me a comment if you want a part 2, or if there's another topic you want me to cover. Don't forget, wait a few more seconds. I'm going to put a recommended video right here in the corner for you to click and watch another one. This is Cavallo. As always, live and love with passion.